Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on the Palworld Halloween update that just dropped today. Update version 0.6.8. Halloween Zoe's Halloween costume and Depresso suit is live right now. We'll go over that. And then I also want to talk a little bit about Halo. Halo is going to see a new title be revealed this week at the Halo World Championships, and man, Jason Schreier, Bloomberg, has got a in-depth post about it, and some of the verbiage being used does not make me confident about this game whatsoever. If you're not aware, the rumor has it that there's going to be a Halo Combat Evolved remake next year. I'm not too worried about that. That's a remake of Halo CE. That'll be fine, I would imagine. What I am worried about is the next Halo title that is going to be a live service game, which just the verbiage live service doesn't worry me, but some of the context around it does. So we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, update version 0.6.8. Halloween, Zoe's Halloween costume and Depresso suit is live now. Again, while this is celebrating Halloween, given that the bulk of work on Palworld is going to be towards the release of 1.0 that is dropping in 2026, not a sizable update in that regard, but still some notable stuff. Added a new Halloween mission, complete the mission to unlock Zoe's Halloween costume and a Depresso armor set for players, and then also mechanic adjustments, added the Zoe Sphere mission, which allows the player to obtain Zoe and Grisbolt, adjusted chat notifications to now display when players join or leave a server. Thank you for your continued support of Palworld. So while the updates are fairly minor in the grand scheme of things, in terms of quantity, I should say the quantity of the updates are minor. The fact that they're adding a new mission and they have added the Zoe Sphere mission, which allows players to obtain Zoe and Grisbolt, I should say mechanic adjustments and adjusted chat notifications to now display when players join or leave a server. You know, nice updates, all things considered. But if you're expecting a Faybreak level update, probably, you know, anytime until the end of the year, I would not really expect that. I would think that the next major update is going to coincide with 1.0, because remember, with 1.0, and the price point of the game is also going to go up, and generally speaking, that is their opportunity to really jolt up the interest in the game. Palworld peaking at 2 million players probably is not going to be something they'll be able to reach again, but getting back to 100,000 concurrent players with the launch of 1.0, I think that's possible. And even if it's not 100,000, 70,000, 80,000, that's a really healthy number to be at, given that, you know, it's a $30 game. They've already made money hand over fist, and it's a game that you play and then you move on with your life. It's not a live service game. It did jolt back up to 28,000 concurrent players as I'm recording this video. Let's actually pull it up on SteamDB so we can check the actual trajectory of the game post the update. And the update just dropped today, so it's gonna grow a little bit, but the 24-hour peak was actually 38,367, so you know, it's been peaking at around that range for the last little while. It actually peaked at over 45,000 around a week ago, 4 days ago actually, so you know, it's been fairly consistent. I wasn't expecting this update to get a lot of people jumping back into the game, but hopefully with 1.0 that really does give people an incentive to jump back into it, because I would imagine that that is going to be a sizable update. But for now, version 0.6.8 is live right now. Go check that out. All right, moving on from that, we are going to be getting a big update on the future of Halo later this week. A new game is set to be revealed, and it will also be coming to PlayStation 5, which is a huge moment, given that Halo on PS5 is a very, very big deal. If you told me in the late 2000s, early 2010s that we're ever going to get to this moment, I would say you're crazy. However, we are at that moment. Now, Microsoft has a lot of things going on, and they're asking for an outrageous expectation from their developers and their the Microsoft gaming division. Over the past 2 years, executives at the Seattle-based software giant have set an across-the-board goal of 30% accountability margins, a term Microsoft used in lieu of profit margins, according to people familiar with the business. The gaming division, which includes dozens of studios, has responded by canceling products, raising prices, and slashing thousands of jobs. Remember, Outer Worlds 2 was going to go up to $80. The pushback was so strong that they ultimately settled on $70, but it has premium editions. You've got Game Pass going up in price. That's an insane range to hit. The new goal, which hasn't been previously reported, is at the outer range of what a gaming studio can typically reach in a boom year. In a boom year! A 30% or better margin is usually reserved for a publisher that is really nailing it. And let's be honest, Xbox is not nailing it. In the past, game makers at Xbox weren't asked to hit specific numerical targets, said the people, and were largely told to focus on making the best games possible without worrying too much about financials. The new target was implemented in fall of 2023 by Microsoft Chief Financial Officer Amy Hood, whose team has taken a larger role in the gaming business in recent years. The changes impacted strategies under Microsoft Gaming Chief Phil Spencer, as the division has looked for new ways to cut costs and boost profits. In 2024, Xbox announced that it would begin releasing the majority of its games on consoles from rivals Nintendo and Sony. For the first time earlier this year, Xbox decided to cancel a number of costly projects, including Everwild, Perfect Dark, and Project Blackbird. And moving forward, Halo is going to see a new announcement later this week. Xbox's best hope for a blockbuster game in recent years was 2021's Halo Infinite, the latest entry in its most vital franchise. And later this week, Microsoft will announce a new Halo release in an attempt to resuscitate the franchise. Imagine using that verbiage for Halo. Not that it's wrong to use that verbiage, but that is where we are at in 2025, you guys. That Halo needs to be resuscitated. I am bugging out a little bit over that verbiage. Just think about what that says, because as somebody that grew up in the late 2000s, being a formative year for my gaming taste, Halo was a juggernaut. If you remember the lead up to the release of Halo 3, I wasn't even a Halo guy at that point. And not to say I'm the biggest Halo fan in the world, but you knew the release of Halo 3 literally felt like a cultural phenomenon, and maybe that's a little bit of the nostalgia blinders on, but I remember seeing the Halo 3 stand-up cutouts up everywhere in like malls, GameStops, and you could just tell that Halo 3 was a bit of a cultural event. You know, there were games that broke out of the gaming sphere, that hardcore gaming bubble, and Halo 3 was absolutely one of those games. And I remember iconic moments like the reveal of Halo Reach at E3, and just people being shocked by that as well, or just getting super excited. Those days are gone with Halo, and it's so sad to see how far this franchise has fallen off. And it's not like the original developers, Bungie, are doing much better. It's just we took one of the biggest L's ever. Bungie stepped away from Halo. Destiny is a complete crap show, and Halo is a crap show as well, to the point that we have to resuscitate Halo as a franchise. That's so sad for us to be in that situation, but it is what it is. You know, this is, I guess, the path that Xbox and Halo are on. Hopefully they can resuscitate it, but I don't have a lot of faith, because if you're trying to target 30% profit thresholds and 30% profit margins, what does that mean? That means this game is going to be monetized as all hell, because Halo is going to be looked at as the game that can generate that profit margin, and it's going to be a success. That means let's generate as much revenue as you can. And what does that mean for Gears of War E-Day? If you think Gears of War E-Day is not going to have live service elements baked into it, you are out of your mind. In the year of 2025, going into 2026, all of these multiplayer games are going to have live service elements baked into it. It's just to what extent. And if you're going to be targeting that level of a profit margin, it sounds like it's going to have a lot of profit or monetization tied to it. I'm just incredibly skeptical and honestly a little bit pessimistic about the future of Halo. But that'll do it for me. Again, mainly wanted to cover the Palworld update, but the future of Halo, I think, is going to be a dicey situation. But that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.